In Norse mythology, there is a giant sea monster called the Kraken, which roams the seas near Norway and Iceland. The legend says that when the Norwegian sea monster rises to the surface, it appears like a floating island. If it wraps around a fishing boat, it can drag the entire boat to the bottom of the sea. However, for sailors, the real danger is not from the monster itself, but from the massive whirlpool it creates when it rapidly dives back into the ocean. The prototype of the Kraken is the giant squid. The giant squid is not a myth. It is a real deep-sea giant. Although we have never captured a live giant squid, and there are only a few unclear recorded images, scientists are certain that both the giant squid and colossal squid not only exist, but are also relatively abundant in the deep sea, based on the undigested bodies of giant squids found in the stomachs of sperm whales and numerous broken tentacles. Now, let's follow the video and uncover the mysteries of these two deep-sea giants. The giant squid holds the title of the longest cephalopod, a class of mollusks that includes squids, cuttlefish, and octopuses. Though legends speak of squids reaching up to 20 meters, in reality, they typically measure between 12 and 13 meters. That's the size of the largest well-preserved individual that has been scientifically recorded. Who knows if there could be a bigger one out there? The massive mollusks usually weigh around 200 to 280 kilograms, according to scientific records. But there is one chunky individual that tipped the scales at 317.62 kilograms. What do giant squid look like? Picture this: a long, squishy body, 2 enormous eyes, a sharp beak, 8 arms, and 2 even longer tentacles. This is the supersized version of the squids you're used to seeing. When scientists measure squids, they focus on the mantle, the body where all the organs are. The arms and tentacles, which can stretch like elastic, can give a misleading sense of their actual size. Unlike octopuses, which only have 8 arms, giant squids have 8 arms and 2 tentacles, just like their smaller relatives. Generally, arms have suckers along most of their length, while tentacles only have suckers at the end. And most male squids will have a specialized arm to deliver sperm to the female. Their arms and tentacles are lined with powerful suckers, up to 5 centimeters in diameter, each surrounded by sharp, serrated rings of chitin, the same material found in insect exoskeletons. These allow the squid to latch onto its prey, leaving behind telltale scars, even on massive sperm whales. So what does a colossal squid look like? Giant squid, colossal squid. Nope. Scientists aren't just getting creative with their adjectives. There really is a different species of squid called the colossal squid. While the colossal squid is a bit shorter than the giant squid, measuring up at about 10 m, it's far heavier, reaching a weight of 495 kilograms. Besides their size, the structure of their suction cups is also different. The giant squid has rounded sucker cups with tiny teeth. But in the colossal squid, the suction cups have hook-like teeth that can swivel to grab onto prey. Researchers at Te Papa Museum have measured the beak of a colossal squid that they have on display at 42.5 millimeters. Colossal squid beaks found in the stomachs of sperm whales have been measured at 49 millimeters, so the scientists think that bigger colossal squid must be lurking in the ocean's depth. In addition to its huge size, a giant squid has an eye measuring up to 27 centimeters, making it the largest peeper of any animal, and colossal squid eyes may be bigger. That's about the size of a human face. These massive eyes will allow the squid to make the most of any meager light that reaches the ocean depths and allow the giant squid to detect sperm whales, their main predator, at depth. Giant squids are a mysterious species in the ocean, and our knowledge of them is still very limited. Ancient records of the giant squid date back to ancient Greece. Aristotle mentioned a large squid in Historia Animalium, while Pliny the Elder also described a huge squid with arms more than 9 meters in length. Tales of enormous sea monsters have existed for centuries. And then there's the Norse legend of the ferocious Kraken. It wasn't until 1857 that the Danish zoologist Japetus Steenstrup compiled stories, reports of washed-up animals, and a very large squid beak to confirm that a giant squid indeed lurked in the ocean. He named it Architeuthis dux. In 2004, a nearly complete specimen was accidentally caught by a fishing trawler off the Falkland Islands. The body was immediately frozen and transferred to the Natural History Museum in London for study and preservation. Finding such a large, complete specimen is rare, as most specimens are in poor condition, having washed up dead on beaches or been retrieved from the stomachs of dead sperm whales. There are even fewer video records of living giant squids. It wasn't until 2004 that the first giant squid was photographed while still alive. Zoologist Dr. Tsunemi Kabadara and whale watcher Kyoichi Mori went to a known sperm whale hunting ground off the Ogasawara Islands, south of Japan. They dropped a baited line and a camera to a depth of 900 m and managed to successfully photograph the squid. The animal became caught on the line, and when it broke free, it left a tentacle behind. Genetic analysis confirmed the tentacle was from a giant squid, and the researchers say that once the tentacle was back on the boat, it was still functioning, with the large suckers of the tentacle club repeatedly gripping the boat deck and any offered fingers. A few years later, in 2012, Kabadara once again traveled to the Ogasawara Islands with deep-sea explorer Edith Witter, who had developed a special camera called Medusa, which uses a low-light system to avoid scaring the squid away. They dropped Medusa to 700 meters and captured a giant squid on film for the first time. Later expeditions using Medusa filmed a squid off the coast of the US, as seen in this video. In contrast, the colossal squid has yet to be captured on film while alive. This brings us to the topic of the habitats of the giant squid and the colossal squid. Data gained from sperm whale diving behavior and trawled specimens suggest that the giant squid lives at depths of 500 to 2,000 meters. Yet it is entirely possible that they could live even deeper. They are found all over the world, except in tropical and polar regions. However, since they live in such inaccessible habitats, much about their lives remains unknown. On the other hand, colossal squids only inhabit the deep waters of the Southern Ocean near Antarctica. Due to the region being frozen year-round, reaching these waters is no easy task, let alone diving to depths of over 1,000 meters. Below 1,000 meters on the seafloor, food is scarce and life is rare. So, what do giant squids and colossal squids mainly eat? And do they have any natural predators? By analyzing the stomach contents of dead giant squid, scientists can determine what their recent meals were. It appears that they primarily eat deep-sea fish and other squid species. As for cannibalism, we're not entirely sure. They capture their prey with two feeding tentacles and draw it toward their sharp, powerful beak before shredding the unfortunate animal with their radula. The radula is a tongue-like organ covered in tiny, toothed structures and is found in many mollusk species, including the common garden snail. It is used to scrape or rasp food, whether that's algae, leaves, or flesh. As deep-sea giants, they have only one predator, the sperm whale. The sperm whale is the largest toothed whale on Earth and an expert diver among mammals. Its body structure seems tailor-made for hunting giant squids. First, they are huge and can swallow an entire giant squid. Second, sperm whales have teeth only in their lower jaw, so they can't tear apart their prey with their teeth. However, they can bite onto a giant squid and then swallow the soft-bodied creature whole. Because sperm whales favor hunting giant squids, scientists have estimated that there are around 4.3 million giant squids living in the depths of the oceans, based on the number of squid beaks found in the whale's digestive tracts. This number might seem high, but estimates can go much higher. Some calculations put the maximum number of giant squids at 130 million. That's unbelievable. Can you imagine over 100 million giant squids, each 5 times longer than a human, living in the pitch-black depths of the ocean, more than 1,000 meters deep? To this day, 90% of the oceans remain unexplored, and the giant squid is one of the many creatures about which we still know so little. There are countless questions waiting to be answered, and we can only hope that marine scientists will make more groundbreaking discoveries in the near future.